Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Saturday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early. It's 3:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I'm a little apprehensive about this video. It probably won't go over too good with a lot of people. But like I said a couple of videos back, I asked you guys what you like and don't like about this channel. And I told you guys, my basic feeling, my premise for this channel is that that we are all mostly alike. And if I just speak from my heart about things I like and I don't like, it'll connect with people. People will connect with it. People will feel, there'll be people out there that will disagree, but then there'll be people that will agree. And I like to think that I'm basically a good person. And the majority of people, or not, with this video will agree, or at least have some kind of feeling about it. You know, it opens up a discussion. Well, this video might open up a discussion. There's a particular commercial that I've been seeing for a year or two now that just sticks in my craw. It bothers me. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. And what is this commercial? Now, this is where I'm going to come across as a cad, as un-American. It's the Disabled American Vets commercial. I'm going to try to explain to you guys what bothers. Every time I see this commercial, it bothers me. I don't like the commercial. I don't like anything about this commercial. And I'll try to explain to you guys why. The link will be right down below, so you can watch it yourselves. It looks like a mall. And there's a guy standing in front of a trailer. And inside the trailer is a little studio set up where people could sit down and record in front of a camera. And this guy is standing like in a courtyard. And I assume he's a vet. And he's looking at passersby. He's looking for an opening. He's saying, "Good morning. Hi, how are you doing?" And he's kind of looking for an opening. And then he approaches several people and says, "Hey, excuse me, could you take a minute to go in here and record a message of your thanks for Disabled Vets of America?" You know, and everybody's like, "Yes, I'd love to. Of course I would. No problem." Okay. It looks, I have the feeling that this commercial, let me say this, I get the feeling that this commercial is a set, that it's all a set, that it's not really a courtyard, but that still doesn't change the feeling I get for this. First of all, the first thing that bothers me is if you're going to give somebody a debt of gratitude, I don't want to be asked for it. Okay, and then all these people go in there, they get teary-eyed, and I want to thank you so much for your service, that I'm living free in this country today, and I want to thank you. And then some of the people come out and they have actual wounded people in a wheelchair and missing limbs standing there. And the guy gets down on one knee and everybody's crying, and half of them say, "Oh, I want to thank you because I'm living free today. I want to thank you because I'm living free every day in this country because of you." And this just does not ring. It seems like false warrior hero worship to me. First of all, like I said, and then one guy says this, and this really bothers me more than anything. He says, "I want to thank you. I want to thank you for everyone." And look, don't speak for me. If I have a debt of gratitude, I'll say it to that person. It bothers me that this guy is speaking for all of America. Thank you for I want to thank you for everybody across the country. Thank you. No, man. You're not speaking for all of us. First of all, they just presume that every person in this country wants to thank these wounded warriors. The way I look at it too, since World War II, things have changed. In World War II, there was a clear-cut sense of good and evil. The Axis powers, the Allies, there was a clear-cut three countries that were looking to take over the world. And these people that went and fought were clearly heroes. But things have changed. Like after 9/11. What does George Bush do? He attacks Iraq. And these guys they're in the commercial that they're thanking went and fought in Iraq. And what did Iraq have to do with 9/11? And I know it's not these guys' fault, but these guys are the ones that made the decision to join the army after 9/11 and to go and fight. And they followed these orders to go to Iraq for whatever reason. It still makes no sense. Going after Saddam Hussein and supposed weapons, none of it makes any sense unless it was just this was a a war over religion, that we want everybody to have the same religion as us, or we want everybody's oil, which more than likely was what it was. So then now we have these people thanking these vets for, oh, I live in freedom every day because of you. I mean, that's just, it's just not true. It's not true. Am I glad Osama bin Laden was taken out? Of course I was. But the guys that signed up to do that, it was their choice. They decided to go into the army. It was their chosen vocation, just like people choose to go into fishing or go into hunting or go into be firefighters or any dangerous job, oil rigs. It was their choice. They did it because they felt it was their calling. And I'm glad they did that. I'm glad that there's people that work on fishing trawlers every day. Do I feel that I'm living here in freedom because of them? No, I don't. Do I feel that I owe these people a debt of gratitude? No, I don't, because they followed the government's orders to go fight a war that never should have been fought in the first place. Why should I thank somebody for that? It was their choice to join the army. They followed the unjust commands of the George Bush administration to attack. None of it. I don't feel grateful for any of that. If you go into a grocery store, like I said, these wounded warriors, they made a choice at 16 years old or whatever, 18. We all make a choice what we're going to do with our lives, right? And they made a choice to do this. Would I go into a grocery store and walk up to the frozen food aisle with the fish and expect to see somebody standing there? Say, well, could you take a minute to record a message of thanks to all the fishermen that passed away in the Bering Sea? We've all seen The Dangerous Catch, right? Or Most Dangerous Catch, or Most Deadliest Catch. Because that's one of the most deadliest jobs. I don't know what the statistics are or whatever, but could you take a minute to thank these wounded people and the people that lost their lives fishing, for your meal here today? And then you go to the next aisle and you thank the people in the butcheries where they kill the cattle, where no, these warriors made this decision on their own. I really don't feel I owe them a debt of gratitude. I don't feel that we owed a debt of gratitude to soldiers since World War II, when there was a clear-cut sense of good and evil. I know I'm going to get beat up for this, but every time I see this commercial, it just doesn't ring true for me. And especially there's this one guy that comes out and says, I want to thank you for everybody. That just strikes me the wrong way. It's America. If I want to thank somebody, if I want to give somebody my debt of gratitude, I don't want to be solicited into doing that, to recording this message. Like I said, it all just seems disingenuous to me that these people are thanking them for their wonderful freedom every day. I thank God. I thank you, wounded warriors, because I live here, my freedom every day. The whole Iraq thing and Afghanistan, I don't know. But I don't think I'm living here in freedom, whether or not they went and fought in Afghanistan and Iraq and all that. I don't think I've owed any wounded warrior that debt of gratitude since World War II. And that's just my opinion. This commercial rubs me the wrong way. And I know there's going to be people that are going to call me un-American and what else. The link will be down below. Watch the video yourself. Tell me what you think. Have a good Saturday.